I've been wanting to have a go at adding texture for wood for a while, so I bought myself some wood carving tools. So these are a set of 6 carving tools from Henry Taylor, and I got them from Axminster Tools. So before I ruin a bit of wood, I thought I'd go for a bit of a fun project, and because it's that time of year, I'm going to have a go carving a pumpkin. Now I'm sure you've all carved pumpkins before, but I'm going to start by cutting a little lid. So I've just got a little serrated paring knife. I'm going to go around, I've got the knife in at an angle, so when the lid goes back in, it won't just fall into the pumpkin, and just cut a circle out. Just going to make the opening a little wider while leaving enough support for the lid to go back onto. Just because I'm going to need to be able to get my hand in there to scoop it all out. Now I can just get all the insides scooped out. Now on the side that I'm going to put my design, which we'll come to in a bit, I'm going to try and remove as much flesh from the wall as possible to make it as thin as I can. So I've got it all scraped out. Now I need to add something scary to it. Now I had a little think about what I could do, and I thought, what's scarier than some corporate branding? So I'm going to be like Jimmy DeResta and put my logo on everything. So I pulled the paw print aspect of my logo out, and I'm just going to print that out. So with the logo printed, I'm just going to cut it out, leaving a bit of a border around it so that I've got somewhere to put some sticky tape. Now I can get this design laid out on here, and I'm going to get some little tabs of gaffer tape cut and then use them to attach this into place. Now I need to transfer the design to the pumpkin. Now what I've done before is taken a drawing pin or an awl and just prick round the design to transfer it to the pumpkin. Now this takes quite a bit of time, so I think I'm going to have another go and use my Mora carving knife to see if I can cut out the bits, and that would transfer it. We'll see which works best. I'm using the Mora, but then I thought I probably should have a look what actually is in the new set. And there's a little knife in here. I don't know what it's actually designed to do, but let's give that a go. Certainly lovely and sharp. Right, got all the bits cut out or pricked out, so now I can get this template removed. So I don't know if you're able to see this on film, but I can definitely see the design. Now, to find a tool, I think I'm going to go for the large gouge and start with the larger pad and get carving. With the big pad cut, now onto the smaller bit, so I'm going to pick a smaller gouge and then I can follow the lines of those. Now I'm up to the claws, it's even tighter, so I'm going to change to another tool, go for the V gouge, and that does much more delicate. Now, with traditional pumpkin carving, you would go all the way through. But with this, I'm trying to do something different. I want to kind of go, I'm going to say paper thin, but that's probably an exaggeration. But to start with, I'm just kind of getting it in the shape defined. And then I can come back and try and remove more of the material. Or flesh, I suppose. Now it's just the time-consuming process of digging deep, removing as much flesh as possible, but without going all the way through the pumpkin. It's hard to see how deep you've gone, But what I've got, something I use for filming, is this LED studio light. So I'm just going to stick that in there, and then you can see some bits are clearly thicker than others, and I can remove more material. I think I'm done carving it, but now I need a way of illuminating it. So normally you stick a candle in, but that only works when you've cut all the way through, so there's a supply of air. So what I'm going to use is some of these LED string lights. I'm going to run them off one of these battery packs. Now I don't really want to stick the battery pack in there, I would like it outside, so I'm going to need a hole for the cable. So I'm just going to get a spade bit and drill a hole through. So that's it all done. It should help keep the evil spirits away. Good little test of those carving tools, which I'm impressed with. Nice and sharp out the packet. I like the little flat bit on the handle to stop them rolling off the bench. So thank you for watching. Thanks to my patrons, and have a great Halloween.